Welcome back. T-minus 10. We're at it again. I'm over here on top of the B house. Not the A house, the B house. We got somewhere special to go. We're headed this way. Let's get it. Today, we're going to check out a couple of farms. Some of my major go-getter type farms. Alright, so I'm going to encourage you all to stick around a little bit today. Bear with me. Bear with me. Why try something new? Why try something new right here at the beginning of the video? I've never even been over that way. So let's just go. Just go right here. All right. Let's just do it. Couple of episodes in now. We started, we should be starting to get pretty smooth with our moves. Audio issue is behind us for the time being. So there's actually 3 builds over here I want to share with you. One of them involves terracotta, which is a interesting block, I believe, for myself anyways. Strike one. There we go. Gotta make up for losing all my glow ink sacks the other day. The terracotta, right? That's, it took me a while to really figure out. I thought you could only really get it from villager trading. Then eventually I started figuring out that for certain types of terracotta, the glazed variety, it actually can work out in your favor for some of those colors to do it that way just from trading. But here's a waterfall I integrated some quartz into. Is that a skeleton? It is. Where's he at? Oh man, blending in over there. Wow. You sneaky booger, man. Oh wow. Anyhow. So yeah, this was a later addition here. It's one of the cooler things that I feel like I've done anyways. I think it's pretty cool. There's access to another ravine here. I really like going in and putting these waterfalls here at the corners to kind of get down there pretty easy. But anyways, yep, I just, that's an Itsu Komodo original. I went in and had to make all those waterfalls at the top. This may have had, actually, I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know what was here originally. I think it was just a kind of a cut through. And I just saw it and thought to myself, this would really look good as a waterfall. And so I did a little bit of terraforming, not much, a little bit, and just a couple of build outs up there. But that terracotta is something, that blue, that's probably some of the first stuff I got. And I got it through some of those great emerald trading that I was telling you about. The backside's nothing special. Sort of when they had the glitch. I don't know what kind of glitch that was. If that was 1.14, 1.16, somewhere around there. I don't know. I can't really remember off the top of my head. But those of you who have played know exactly what I'm talking about. At any rate, so I would use that to get this type of terracotta. And it took me a while to actually figure out you could actually craft terracotta. With clay, and which isn't so bad if you have fortune on a shovel. But collecting clay and whatnot, but I find it pretty expensive. I want my clay for other things, bricks, things of that nature. So I'm not really into using my clay for that. And I had to go extremely far to find the Badlands where you can get plain terracotta. You can get, what is it? What other colors? Red, orange, red and orange and yellow and, like brown, maybe what they call white, and a light gray. So you can just get them naturally in the Badlands, but depending on your seed, you may not have too many Badlands, or they may be far away, or I don't know if you can actually end up without any at all. But at any rate, so instead of having to smelt clay in the, or you know, put clay in the clay blocks and then smelt clay blocks to terracotta, then use lapis lazuli or cornflowers. I would definitely use cornflowers over lapis lazuli to dye it blue. You know, it's just a process, right? And then smelt it again to get it glazed. You know, just cornflowers are in plains biomes. They're in the flower forest. It's a little bit easier to deal with. But trading, and we're here. You hear that? This Joker still works. That's what I was interested in. This is a JC Plays deal here. I hear my cats. What we have here, folks, is an iron farm fully functioning. So if you felt like I was dilly-dallying over there for a little while, I was to see if this thing would crank out and produce still. This is at least 150 blocks away from my village over there, and especially my villagers over there. Okay. And I actually even made a little spot. Do it this way. I used dirt for a long time. That's why I kind of took on the name. What? How does that happen? Was that serious? I thought you just go right here at the bottom. What did I do wrong the first time? That's crazy. But I used to go by Dirt Man, and I kind of still do. I really like that name, Dirt Man. It's my little nickname. But scaffolding, I eventually got used to using as well, and it's pretty neat. I don't think I'm 100% as comfortable with it as I am the dirt, just because that's what I. Oh, so we do have, like Houston, we have a problem because he's spawning on the bed. Is this what they were saying? You know, some of the farms people were changing up after the updates, and I guess this might be why here. Let's see if I can do anything about this. I might have to look up another way to deal with this. You're supposed to put something above the bed over there, you know? I like my cats on the bed though. But maybe like just go up above the cats and put these leaves. It definitely still works. It definitely still works. Maybe my rates aren't as great. I think this little back alleyway here is something I added, but I think it's cool that it collects snow. It's so high up over here. And actually this area, there's a goat there. This was the area I found my first goats, the ones that are over there in that diorite room. I got them from over here. First goats I saw in the world, and I took them all the way like down this cliff face here and through this ravine through here. Not really a ravine, but like not like we think of it anyway. So a little valley, whatever. Okay, so cool. I'd encourage you guys to just click the link below. You see that old farm of JC Plays. In this video, we're going to be teaching you, because he'll probably do 100 times better at informing you of how to make this farm. But pretty much, there's 5 villagers you got to get in there. And again, this is my survival world. I had to make that happen. Don't really remember how I made it happen. Actually, I do. I actually set this up on the inside to breed villagers. So I built this whole structure, and then I started breeding villagers down here. So it took me a while. I had to wait till guys grew and all that stuff. I call them guys, but you know what I mean, villagers. But yeah, I sure did. So I might have got 2 over here and started breeding them, and so it took me however long that took to get, what's that? I think 20. Oh, that's not cool. it's just showing out today. It's not hitting with the awesomeness that it used to, but it still works. That's the biggest thing. It still works. Okay. That goes up. I just leave this little iron block here for my, that's how I know I don't have to sit here and figure out where exactly to, it's an infinite water source. Always handy to have around. All right, farm number 2. So we talked about some terracotta. My thoughts on that. Farm number 2, another JC Plays farm. Don't know if this works or not either. I guess since, what was that, August 22nd? Should we just go ahead and flick the switch while we're up here? Maybe. Let's see. Okay, we're getting lights on and off. I like to use the red glass because actually because of the iron farm, it's easy to get the poppies. And so that's been my thing too. Goodness gracious. They're coming. I wonder if they're going to get clogged up down here. So this farm is a gold farm, but I really need to start this up first. I do remember that. You want to have this bad boy running. And you want to start this up. I just happened to do that when I started downloading over there, so no telling how this is going to end up. It definitely sounds like the trident's still in there. You know? I can't particularly see that the trident's in there. $39.40, I seen it go up, so we're still working. It's 22 in there. These things take some time. I'm gonna put my looting back on to see. And here, my friends, is why I said I had 3 or 4 clerics, because this rotten flesh, it piles up pretty fast. 23. Okay. That rotten flesh will pile up on you. Looks like I've cleaned these out, but I generally have these 2 chests here, down here for rotten flesh and just, you know, other things too as they, but generally I'll go ahead and make these into ingots and then turn the ingots into blocks, and that can serve space pretty good for those things. But well, this still works. Surely, 100%. Gold farm still in action. So nothing in there. Oh, okay, there you go. All those swords go down through here and burn up in that lava. Can't particularly see the lava, can you? It's right there. Yeah, oh, actually, yeah, I did, might be a relatively short episode today. I did kind of box this off in here. So this is another cave system. It's relatively, I messed around in this area, but relatively, this is it. As far as you can see darkness off in the distance there, so relatively untouched or undiscovered, you know, that's what I guess I'm trying to say. But I did block off this one little room here. And I also built these things so I could watch. Watch. I think it's pretty neat. Yeah. So, didn't really talk too much about the iron, but I guess we may go back up, talk about it, or just try to talk about it a little bit at some point. But as far as gold goes, you know, a lot of people had a lot of, you know, they could take it or leave it kind of feelings about it. But then you start to be able to barter with the piglins using gold. And that kind of changed people's level of appreciation for gold. But, you know, gold also is in things like the golden apple. You need gold when they brought the ancient debris, right, for the netherite. clocks. And actually, the reality is, to me at least, that the gold block itself isn't a bad looking block. It isn't a bad looking block. It can be used, it can be integrated pretty easily in certain ways. So that's just that amount of time. No mess, no fuss. So I love that farm from him. JC Plays. I'll link it down below. But you also need your gold armor so you don't get. Wish there was something so you didn't get turned around here. But your gold armor to go into the nether, right? So you don't have to have it, but it just makes it a little easier to certain things. Don't try to murder ya. This is another look at it. Got the trough of water here. It's basically those switches, that switch in redstone system basically turns on and off this humongous nether portal here, which is pretty cool. Took quite a bit of obsidian, but that's not a challenge necessarily. You go down into the caves with some water, find some lava. It looks like I must have walled this off, but I think I hate to really mess with this. Probably shouldn't. Not gonna mess with that, but I think there's some lava in there that lights that portal up. That's what I think. It could be in there. It could be. Okay, I'm glad I didn't mess with it because I didn't know what I was doing. There's the lava. And I came in at one point. I put glass over top of this, but it stopped the. It kind of like stopped the fire spreading part of this, so it wouldn't light and it wouldn't light. Yeah, it would. Water cuts it off, and the lava lights it up. Don't understand what this does, but hey, whatever it does, it helps this thing work. So yeah, with the iron though, I think iron, you guys probably know, but for those of you who do not, obviously you got armor, but iron for me is important for things like buckets, compasses. You need compass for the locator maps, and as you guys saw from my map collection, I like my maps, and I like locator maps because you could tell they're locator maps because they have the green dots, and so everywhere that there's a green dot on those maps is another map hanging on a wall. So but not only that, but for your anvils, okay, need them for your anvils, cauldrons, chains. So chains are very cool decorative type block. And what else? Rails, mine carts. Those things can be important to some people. Stone cutter, something I use a lot. I think it only takes like 1 ingot, but I do use that a lot. And as I told you guys before, I generally leave items like stone cutters and things at the place where I use them to build certain things. So you could see how that could be resource intensive and eventually, right? And also flint and steel. Use it for a little bit for that, for lighting your portals up. Iron golems, that's another one. You don't want to wait for one to spawn in certain situations. I just get some copper. I did. That's cool. I thought that's what that was. I'll take it. I'll take the copper there. Yeah, so iron's got a lot more uses. Smithing table even takes iron, I believe, but at any rate, gold's still important. You guys saw how cool that piglin bartering farm was. The fact that you can get crying obsidian, which I believe that's the only way you can get it other than ruined portals, which are few and far between. So, yep. Now we're not gonna dilly dally. I think I'm just gonna let you guys go early today. That's what they say, anyways. Right? I was watching what's that? Channel Makers used to be Vid School. What's that guy's name? Nate. You know, don't waste your watchers' time. I've probably wasted plenty of your guys' time already. So I want to say, hey, thank you guys so much for being here today, checking out my waterfall with me, and also iron farm, gold farm. And let's see, do I have a plan for next time? I may or may not. I do have a notebook. What's this plan say? Maybe it says the desert. So some true 117 stuff next time. The desert's where I really, that's where I went mining. It's a new location that I had to, what do you call it? Spawn in, render in, to get to the deep slate and all that stuff. So, amethyst geodes, all that stuff we'll get to look at next time. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and jump into there. And from there, I think, we're really close to just go ahead and start expanding some things, building some things out, maybe getting ready for Halloween. So, like I said, we're getting really close to that. So if you guys got some comments about any of that, let me know. As Nate says, I'm not going to ask you to subscribe. We're not going to worry about that. But if you want to, that's cool. So, hey, where's the desert? Desert's off that way. Okay. So, we'll look towards that direction next time. And we'll look forward to heading that way and seeing what we can do. Hopefully that sounds good to you guys. It sounds good to me. Well, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.